Taking a look at the Euro USD chart now. So on the daily, we have been here going since November. So for the last month, pretty much seeing a movement to the side, a consolidation here going on. So here obviously buying the dips works at this support area and shorting at the resistance zone here. So here we again reached the bottom of this sideways move that is going on, and now taking a look at the 1 hour chart going down to see if we can find here something to be a buyer and target the zone here. Taking a look at the 30-minute chart. So now at the moment retesting this resistance line here on the 30-minute chart. If we add some EMS, so here, well, pretty bearish still, so not that much going on. So we could here see a kind of rejection at some point and fall lower. But what I would look out for is if we can see a cross here between the 50 and 200 EMA, which means then we would have a movement to the upside, and then some kind of pattern like here, either some kind of triangle or wedge or whatever, and then here this breakout candle to the upside, and then be a buyer from there all the way to, let's take this line here. But for now we are pretty far away from the 200 EMA here on the 15-minute chart. So if I were to take a guess, we would see something like this, where we could actually head lower once again and break past this area here a little bit further to the downside. So for now, well, now it looks like we will here go to the 200 EMA on the 5-minute chart, 3-minute chart. But for now, I'm still waiting to see a better entry, since we could still head lower before going up, because it looks like this is what is going to happen. Maybe here at around this area where we see a rejection and then fall a little bit further to the downside. So for now I'm patient when it comes to the Euro USD, because it looks like we will break this zone and head lower, since the trend for the longer term is still pretty bearish. So, and we are here getting closer to this trend line, so maybe we can rally once more, and here then I would look for a short, unless I can find a buying opportunity here at these lows currently. But at the same time, the other option is that we break here, maybe see a retest and then go lower to the downside. But what I would look out for initially is here this movement to the upside, and then go for a short somewhere around here. Let's take a look at GBPUSD as well. So here this trend line that we have broken on the forward chart here. At the same time we broke the smaller resistance area, and now we are here at the bigger one that we saw rejection on Friday and pulled all the way to the downside, which means again that somewhere around here I would look for buys. So this would be the trade for GBPUSD that I would look out for. 1 hour chart, so pretty bearish momentum. Let's check the EMAs real quickly. So still trading below the chart EMA. Looks like there will be a bearish cross, which means we will here see something like this, I guess. Something that we saw here as well on the 1 hour chart, where we go lower, and this is where I would look for entries. So here we had a little bit of a divergence with a bit of a double bottom, so something similar could happen here. Taking a look at the 30-minute chart, well, heading lower. 50-minute chart, kind of the same movement. Well, it is pre-market, so not much going on. It's the Asian session, so either the London session or the New York session will this is where we will see some bigger movements. So until then, there are a couple of hours left, but initially this is the trade that I would look out for GP USD. So the next one would be Euro Japanese yen. So again, we are here moving back and forth now at the lower levels of this, well, movement to this side again. So last time I was looking at for short, but we broke out and then we pulled lower. But on the 1 hour chart here we saw a retest, and this was a great entry point for the short. And now the same applies to the upside. So what we're looking here for is a position to the upside. Let me quickly go back to the 4-hour chart. So the trade would look something like this. Let's go for 4.0, about roughly that size. So this would be the entry, and the target would be the upside. Here again, here we are forming kind of a pattern where here the RSI, the CCI is going higher, which means somewhere along these lines the divergence could be created. Maybe a kind of a double bottom here, or and then going higher, or we could here already see a movement to the upside. As I said, the market hasn't opened yet, so it could take a couple of hours, and from now we will probably just move in smaller steps. So here is kind of a double bottom on the 50-minute chart with move to the upside now. Not that much going on here. So maybe if we can break this here with a bigger bullish move, then you could look for entries and target all the way to the upside. But for now, since the market hasn't quite opened yet, it's only the Asian session, I would look here for entries. Now the next one would be GBP Japanese yen. Again, let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. So here again we saw this break above out of this zone between the support and resistance zone, and we hit this previous support and resistance area, and now we are back in between the support and resistance line here. So taking a look at the 1-hour chart, well, probably we will hit this support zone here. If we do, I would look here for buys simply as that. Where is the long position? Something like this would be the trade. Stop loss below this low and target all the way up to here. Taking a quick look at the smaller time frames. Well, as I said, not much going on, so but this is the trade that I would look for here for GBP Japanese yen.